Hey, I'm John Wiswell. Let's talk now about using PubMed. Oops, I'm on Google there. Um, Different database. Of course, you can get it just from, there's a free website for PubMed so that I showed in an earlier video. But on the main library page, we have it right here. We've got it other places. Um, and this links to full text better than if you just go to the publicly available one. And here's what it looks like. And let's just look at this for a minute. 28 million citations, biomedical literature. It's largely Medline, a database called Medline. So, about 26 million of the citations in PubMed are Medline. So anyway, that's a little confusing, Medline versus PubMed. But if an article gets published today, it's probably going to get in PubMed tomorrow. It takes a while for things to get into Medline because the librarians have to look at them and catalog them, and there are some other factors. Uh, anyway, PubMed is almost all articles. It's almost all peer-reviewed articles. Um, Not quite 100%, but you're pretty safe assuming that most things, if you're paying attention, their articles are peer-reviewed articles. So that's one thing. Let's go ahead and take a look. And here I'm doing my search on shared decision at Making Nursing. When you start in PubMed, it's probably going to default the first time to most recent. One thing I want you to do at least part of the time is switch that to best match, and then it'll probably keep going with that when you return to it each time. But you might want to use the most recent in some cases to get really recent stuff on a good search. But a lot of times this is relevance ranking that we're really used to. It's the main default in CINAHL. It's certainly the way you see Google Scholar results come out. One thing I often do in PubMed just almost right away is click on 5 years. I also often click on review pretty quickly when I'm new to a topic. But a lot of times you're looking for primary articles, so you might not want to do that. Although I think in the long run you will be using this the same way I do, in your career. There are additional filters down here. I'll show them in another video, but let's go ahead and look at this for a moment. I like to get my PubMed results like this, but you can change to abstract, and it'll give you more information, the entire abstract. So probably a lot of you would probably prefer it that way, but I'm going to show you the way I like it. And of course, PubMed is not as much nursing. There's a lot of nursing in it, but it's not like CINAHL. It's got a lot more medical, biomedical. So it is a bigger database. Also, another thing to think about in PubMed is just be aware it's kind of like Google. It's trying to figure out what you're talking about, and it will bring up some things that you didn't actually ask for. Usually that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and let's see. Let's look at this one, and let's look at a record. A lot of times, most of the time, you'll see an abstract here. So you've got your journal title, the information about the journal, the article title, the authors. You can get more there. Usually you'll see an abstract. Here's the DOI in this case. MESH terms, medical subject headings. So we'll see more of that. Okay, well anyway, I'll come back in another video and talk some more about PubMed, but that's kind of a start.